Reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Leela, chapter 2, verse number 22. Saita Govinda Saksha Chaitanya Gosani. Saita Govinda Saksha Chaitanya Gosani. Jiva Nistarite Aiche Dayalu Aranai. 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 Saite Govinda Saksha Chaitanya Gosani. Saita Govinda Saksha Chaitanya Gosani. Jiva Nistarite Aiche Dayalu Aranai. Jiva Nistarite Aiche Dayalu Aranai. Prabhuji.
Chaita Govinda Sakshat Chaitanya Gosai.
Chaita Govinda Sakshat Chaitanya Gosai.
Jiva Nistarite Che Dayalu Aranai.
Jiva Nistarite Cha Dayalu Aranai.
Chaita Govinda Sakshat Chaitanya Gosani.
Chaita Govinda Sakshat Chaitanya Gosani.
Jivanistarite Aishi Dayalu Aranai.
Jiva Nistarite Aiche Dayalu Aranai. Chaita Govinda Sakshat Chaitanya Gosani. Jiva Nistarite Aiche Dayalu Aranai.
Chaitanya Gosani.
Chaita Govinda Sakshat Chaitanya Gosani.
Jiva Nistarite Aiche Dayalu Aranai.
Jiva Nistarite Aiche Dayalu Aranai. Anybody else?
Chaita Govinda Sakshat Chaitanya Gosani.
Chaita Govinda Sakshat Chaitanya Gosani.
Jiva Nistarite Aiche Dayalu Aranai.
Jiva Nistarite Aiche Dayalu Aranai. Hare Krishna. Word to word translation. Chaita, that. Govinda, Govinda, Sakshat, personally. Chaitanya, Lord Chaitanya, Gosani, Gosani, Jiva, the fallen living entities. Nistarite, deliver. Aiche, such. Dayalu, a merciful Lord. Ara, another. Nai, there is not. Translation and a big purport by Srila Prabhupada. To read it, everybody has to pay full attention for this big purport. The translation, the Govinda personally appears as Chaitanya Goshani. No other Lord is as merciful in delivering the fallen souls. Purport. Having described Govinda in terms of his Brahman and Paramatma features, now the author of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita advances his argument to prove that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the identical personality. The same Lord Sri Krishna in the garb of a devotee of Sri Krishna descended to this mortal world to reclaim the fallen human beings who had misunderstood the personality of Godhead even after the explanation of Bhagavad Gita. In Bhagavad Gita, the personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, directly instructed that the Supreme is a person, impersonal Brahman is his glowing effulgence. Paramatma is his partial representation, and all men are therefore advised to follow the path of Sri Krishna, leaving aside all mundane isms. Offenders misunderstood this instruction. However, because of this poor fund of knowledge, thus by his causeless unlimited mercy, Sri Krishna came again as Sri Chaitanya Goswami. The author of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita most emphatically stresses that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Sri Krishna himself. He is not an expansion of the Prakash or Vilas forms of Sri Krishna. He is the Swayam Rupa Govinda, apart from the relevant scriptural evidence forwarded by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. There are innumerable statements regarding Lord Chaitanya as being the Supreme Lord himself. The following examples may be cited from the Chaitanya Upanishad. Gaura Sarvatma Mahapurusha Mahatma Mahayogi Tri Gunatita Sattva Rupo Bhaktim Loke Kashyati. Lord Gaura, who is the all-pervading super soul, the supreme personality of Godhead, appears as a great saint and powerful mystic who is above the three modes of nature and is the emblem of the transcendental activity. He disseminates the cult of devotion throughout the world. I will not do the full thing, maybe I'll do like a little bit. From the Svetoshvartara Upanishad, Tam Ishwaranam Paramam Maheshwaram, Tam Devatanam Paramam Cha Devatam, Patim Patinam Paramam Parashritat, Vidama Devam Bhuvanesham Idyam. O Supreme Lord, you are the Supreme Maheshwara, the worshipable deity of all the demigods and the Supreme Lord of all lords. You are the controller of all controllers, the personality of Godhead, the Lord of everything worshipable. Mahaprabhu Vai Purusha Sattvaishva Paravartaka Sunirmalam Imam Praptim Ishano Jyotir Avyaya. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is Mahaprabhu, who disseminates transcendental enlightenment. Just to be in touch with him is to be in contact with the indestructible Brahmajyoti. Svetoshvatara Upanishad 3.12. From the Mundoka Upanishad, Yada Pasya Pasyate Rukma Varnam Kartaram Visham Purusham Brahma Yonim. One who sees that golden colored personality of Godhead, the Supreme Lord, the Supreme Actor, who is the source of the Supreme Brahman, is liberated. From Srimad Bhagavatam, Jayam Sada Paribhava Gnanam Abhishta Doham Tirthaspadam Shiva Virinchi Nutam Saranyam Pratyartiham Pranati Pala Pravapti Potam Vande Mahapurushate Charanaravindam. We offer our respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of Him, the Lord upon whom one should always meditate. He destroys insults to His devotees, He removes the distress of His devotees and satisfies their desires. He is the abode of all holy places and the shelter of all sages. He is worshipable by Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma. He is the boat of demigods for crossing the ocean of birth and death. Bhagavatam 11.5.3. I will stop here because it's a really big purport. I can share some realizations. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijanasahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitam Sha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radhakanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaurabhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Mitale Vimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namne Namaste Saraswate Gauravani Charni Visheshunyavad Paschatya Deshitarini. Hare Krishna. I would like to seek the blessings of the senior devotees before I speak some realizations. Madhavendra Puri Prabhu, Dhananjay Prabhu and Mother Gaurangi. Please give me your blessings that I'm not qualified to speak in front of you. As I would like to purify myself by sharing some knowledge or knowledge we got from Srila Prabhupada with some causeless mercy. Yeah, when I saw Madhavendra Puri Prabhu this morning, I was thinking, oh my God, he's here. He should give class, No, but it comes to the point. Yeah, it's good that Prabhu gives class, but sometimes we should all share our realizations. And when we speak in front of the Vaishnavas, we must have some philosophical misunderstandings. Devotees can correct us. Devotees can help to improve. So as a part of that, I know this is not a management thing, but it would be ideal that all the young devotees also give class. We would like to introduce this in the evening. Whoever is not giving morning class should give evening class. That we are on the right philosophical thing. So I thought I'd share that. Yeah, it's. I was listening to Gaurang Prabhu. He was saying that the best way of like getting the mercy of the Lord is whatever we learn, we share. This is whatever we have, we share. Even the knowledge, it may not be like going out on the street and standing and with a microphone. No, it doesn't have to be that extreme. But what we could do is we can regularly speak to each other. Achita, Madgata, Prana Bodhayanta, Parasparam, Katayanta, Shimam Nityam, Tushyanti cha, Ramanti cha. Krishna says that my devotees always converse about me. They find a lot of satisfaction and bliss discussing about me. So it doesn't have to be, we don't have to, oh, I'm not trusting, we say, Prabhu, I'm not qualified yet. Yeah, we are trying to make you qualified. Take the opportunity to become qualified. Why? Everybody has something, you give something. This is simple. Knowledge is the same. So this sharing process is very powerful. So Chaitanya Charitamrita, very, very extraordinary book. I think we all know that Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj said that if you have to drop, if you have, I think he said this in Assam, you have 3 books, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita. He said if there are flood, in Assam there is a lot of floods, if there is a lot of flood, if you have to carry the 3 books, you can only carry 2, then drop Bhagavad Gita. And then he said, if you cannot still go ahead, you cannot carry something, drop Srimad Bhagavatam. But Chaitanya Charitamrita, you have to hold on to. It's considered, it's the mind of the Supreme Lord, Chaitanya Charitamrita, very special book. So I was listening to one of our Swamis. He was talking about a devotee from Chaitanya Charitamrita. It's very interesting. I would like to share this with you. Anybody knows about this devotee in Chaitanya Charitamrita? His name is Kamalakanta Vishwas. Kamalakanta Vishwas. Anybody is aware of him? Kamalakanta Vishwas was the disciple of Advaita Acharya. So Lord Chaitanya rejects him for a reason. There's a story behind that. The story is he wrote a letter to King Prataparudra. He wrote the first thing he writes, Advaita Acharya is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I think Lord Chaitanya was very pleased with it. He said, wonderful, this is nice move. The second line he says that he has a debt of like certain amount of rupees or however we call it back then. Please help to, levy this loan or debt Advaita Acharya has. So Lord Chaitanya was very upset with it, very angry about this. The reason being, we could see that, first of all, we are saying Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and we are saying, please give us few euros that we can feed Krishna. No, I think that's good for us also to hear this pastime. That it's not something ordinary to think that Supreme Personality of Godhead is not here with us. It becomes, it's considered psychological atheism. Philosophy-wise, we all accept. How many of us accept Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead? We all accept. This is philosophy, right? Philosophically, we all are in line with it. We wear dhoti, we wear kantimala, we wear tilak, we say certain things, We all kind of psychologically, kind of like aligned with the philosophy of Krishna consciousness. But psychologically, it's psychologically we are kind of still atheists, in a sense that when it comes to the point of chanting our rounds, how many of us chant our rounds absolutely thinking Krishna is non-different from the name. Krishna is here with me. I am giving my devoted time to serve Krishna by chanting Krishna's name. Most of the devotees, including myself, we use our phone sometimes, right? That shows that we are not fully on that platform of completely psychologically accepting Krishna as the Supreme Lord. That's a kind of a barrier we are putting between us and Krishna. The classic example is Srila Prabhupada. Someone approached Srila Prabhupada and said, Prabhupada, I always, sometimes I forget Krishna. Prabhupada said, no, you always forget Krishna, you remember him sometimes. So this is Srila Prabhupada who is kind of seeing Krishna everywhere. I think one time some reporter asked Srila Prabhupada that, how do you choose your leaders? Prabhupada said, Krishna tells me. Rameshwar Prabhu intervened and said to probably, he was thinking the reporter must think that it's not normal, the answer I got. And intervened and said, oh no, we read the books and Krishna guides us, through the super soul in the heart. Prabhupada said, no, Krishna speaks to me. So it's Srila Prabhupada is showing us that it is not something, it's not something that we go back to Krishna's spiritual world and we practice there, that we think about Krishna 24/7, we surrender fully to this process of Krishna consciousness. No, it's even can be achieved even in this body by fully practicing things properly by Vaidhi sadhana. We know that the three deities represent Abhyudaya, Sambandha, Abhyudaya, Prayojan. You can see that there is practice, there is philosophy, there is practice, and there is spontaneous. We think that Raganuga Bhakti means, most of us come to the point concluding that, we don't talk about it so much. But the point is, that's the goal. But Vaidhi sadhana bhakti is not our ultimate goal as sadhakas. We have to go to that point using the Vaidhi sadhana. Raganuga bhakti is not like, we will be sitting in the temple and crying for Krishna. No. We have to go, practice, philosophy, practice, and spontaneous. It's not going to manifest one day, we will be, sitting in our room and shedding tears for Krishna. No, it's not the case. Srila Prabhupada is a classic example. He was showing that this can be even achieved in this lifetime, even with being here. One time I think Srila Prabhupada, one disciple Prabhupada was debating the Mayavadis. One disciple asked Srila Prabhupada, how can you are very bold, Srila Prabhupada, the way you smash these Mayavadi philosophies, you do it in a very strong way. Prabhupada said, bold? The devotee was like surprised by what Prabhupada is trying to say. When I can see Krishna everywhere, how can you say it's bold? Right? Like if I was, who gave class? She will say, so-and-so Das gave class. You won't say, Gaurangi, to say that you're bold, right? You say, I was there. How can you say? I've seen this person giving class. So, he was admitting and seeing Krishna everywhere, in every activity. So, if our dependency, if our sadhana, if our practice is strong, if you are aligned with the Guru and Shastra, I think that's the end product we will all achieve. Any questions so far about this psychological atheism? This is something like.
Is it our tendency to enjoy material nature?
Yes. Yes. Our tendency is normally to enjoy. Generally, the soul is Satchitananda. We have this tendency of enjoyment. But you know that the asura means the one who wants to enjoy instantly. You could see the world where we are going now is more kind of asuric. I mean, it's not like everyone is a demon, but the tendency is we want short-term pleasure. That's why all this YouTube shorts or Facebook reels, we all get addicted to it so quickly, because it gives this instant pleasure. When like videos when we make for YouTube or something, everything has to be 3 minutes. Nobody has attention span of time because of this enjoying propensity of instantly achieving happiness. Any other comments, or we can also practice that. I want this devotee is not here, so I'm happy I can share this. It's not even us on our level. There is one devotee here. We were trying to do barfi for Krishna one time. This barfi, we didn't have barfi for Krishna tomorrow. So my wife being a manager, she said to one devotee, "You do it with milk powder so that it's done quickly, so that we don't have to spend 6 hours." I mean, like we didn't have the choice. So you know that we are always put on spotlight. How are we going to deal with the situation last minute? So this devotee came to us saying that, how can you give Krishna a milk powder barfi? I think most of us in this room, I know most of us in this room, including myself, will say it's fine, get on with our life, I'll go do what I'm doing already. Rather, I just finish this, get this thing off my list. But this devotee was in tears when he spoke to us. How can you give a quick barfi to Krishna? It's not that, as I said, it's not somewhere else. But when we get to see Krishna as a deity, as a person being here, he's going to eat something quick, we're going to cook. I think Mother Yashoda will feel the same, So yeah, I mean, when we see devotees like this, on the other's contrary, we regularly hear this also. Prabhuji, this devotee is doing too little, why should I do more? No, we are not going to, winter time we struggle with covering services, we have a wonderful head pujari, she's so amazing that she's ready to take up the last minute things, or I think she changes the schedule per day like 6 times, But yeah, this kind of devotees, even among ourselves who are willing to, shed tears for Krishna's pleasure. This is something, it's not like superficial or... So Lord Chaitanya again is in the purport it is said that is Govinda himself. So from Chaitanya Manjush, I think all the devotees know this sloka, most of the devotees. He came to establish certain things. There's a lot of confusion. Even internal reasons of Lord Chaitanya's advent is he wants to taste how devotees of the Lord can enjoy more than the Supreme Lord. Right? It's a mystery. How Radharani is getting so much pleasure by serving Krishna. How a devotee is enjoying so much bliss by serving Krishna. Even Krishna gets surprised. Krishna is like, wow, does this exist? That means I have to get it myself. I try it. How is he going to try it? He comes himself as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So it's like I was listening to one devotee give class, he was saying, a gulab doesn't know how sweet it is. But the person who eats it knows it's extraordinary, it's nice, especially one of those Sundar Gopal Prabhu's gulabs, it's like, it's the best gulab. So it's the same, the Supreme Lord is trying to come and taste that mellow of exchanges in the form of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. the famous shloka is Aradhya Bhagavan Vrajesha Tanayas Taddama Vrindavanam Ramya Kacha Upasana Vrajavadu Vargena Ya Kalpita Srimad Bhagavatam Purana Mamalam Prema Pumarto Maham Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Madamidam Tatranaya Kalpita. So this sloka is like a Aradhya Bhagavan Tanayas. What Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is establishing is Aradhya Bhagavan Tanayas. Who we have to worship? This is the son of Nanda Maharaj. Aradhya Bhagavan Vrajesha Tanayas. He is the son who is in Vrindavan. Not any Krishna. Not Krishna from Dwarka. Not Krishna from Mathura. This is only Vraja. Aradhya Vrajesha Tanayas Taddama Vrindavanam. And he descends and he kind of brings us that Vrindavan that we should be getting attached to. And he also, in the second line it's explained, and he is also revealing the highest devotees. They are the gopis. The way to worship is the way the gopis worship. Not according to my uncle or auntie. In India this is very common. My grandmother doing it, I am doing it. No, it says, look how the gopis are doing it. I think he sent Uddhava also for the same reason, no? Go there and learn from the gopis how to worship. Your jnana, your knowledge, it's not compared to the gopis what they have, it's not the same. I think you know the very famous lady also in, she's called Kanabai, I think. She was cooking for Krishna, for Jagannath in Jagannath Puri. She was making this famous khichdi. Jagannath used to go to her house every day to eat this khichdi. She used to wake up, as soon as she wakes up, first thought for her is, how am I going to make this khichdi nicely? She's not even worried about brushing teeth or taking a shower or anything like that. Incredible, isn't it? How can someone be like this? But Krishna is telling, look, the gopis are doing it. We can do it. We can go the path, So, one day what happened, there was a sannyasi who visited this Kanabai's house. And this sannyasi, what he said to Kanabai is, how can you cook for the Supreme Lord without taking shower? Without washing your house. It's not possible. She said, okay, you teach me, I don't know anything, I'm a simple lady, I just do it out of love for Krishna. So this sannyasi, okay, now you have to do, this mantra, you have to do the achaman, you have to do this, you have to do that. And Krishna is getting hungry, Jagannath. He's not getting his khichdi today. And Jagannath comes to the house of this lady. And then Jagannath is speaking, why am I not getting my khichdi? And this lady is saying, I don't know, I'm following all the rules and rituals, but the khichdi is not ready, Jagannath told this sannyasi, stay away, it's not your business, it's between me and this lady. So the worship is also shown by the Supreme Lord by taking example of his devotees. And the next line goes, Srimad Bhagavatam Purana Mamalam. Means he is also establishing the worship, what book we should read, what is the standardized book, that is Srimad Bhagavatam. Puranam Amalam, it's got no mala, it's got no impurities. It's very pure book. Puranam Amalam. Prema Pumarto Mahan. What is Prema Pumarto Mahan? Not Madhavendra Puri Prabhu. I know Madhavendra Puri Prabhu can answer all these questions.
Supreme goal is pure devotion also.
Prema Pumarto Maham. Goal of life, there is Panchama Purushartha. This is the fifth one. This is the love of Godhead. There is, what are the first four? What? Very nice. Thank you, Chan. So the fifth one is the best one. Panchama Purushartha. And the last line goes, this is the verdict of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is what Lord Chaitanya has to come to give us. That establish the supremacy of Bhagavatam, that establish the Supreme Lord is not Narayan, not Shiva, not Brahma, not this one, not that one. Only it's Krishna. So yeah, this is Lord Chaitanya's message to the world. There's a famous bhajan by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He sings there. Sorry, let me check my notes. Kali Kukura Kadana Yadi Kali Yuga Pavana Kali Vayana Shana Sachi Sri Sachi Nandana Gawe. The translation is, if you want to keep the Kali, who is like a dog, you have to chant the glories of who? Chaitanya. Of Chaitanya. So yeah, it's a very easy, quick solution. He's most merciful, Lord Chaitanya. In the other ages, the Lord said, even Bhagavad Gita, the Lord says, Sarva Dharma Parityaja, you have to surrender to me. But Lord Chaitanya says that I'll give it to you for free. But sometimes, when devotees say this, I'm sitting in a corner, I'm thinking, Lord Chaitanya can be heavy, Lord Chaitanya can really teach us like heavy lessons, Where are the pastimes devotees can think of? We can discuss a bit the pastimes where Lord Chaitanya was heavy with devotees. Somebody can say something?
When a brahmachari went and had sex with a woman, he said, get lost, don't come. And he was really mad, and the brahmachari kept on pleading. So Lord Chaitanya was aware that there were Gurhastha devotees who were having sex, but then he was not annoyed. He was annoyed with the brahmachari, and the brahmachari went and committed suicide in some river or something, and Lord Chaitanya said, that's very good.
Okay, I'll redefine it a bit, This is the pastime of Chota Haridas. He was a sannyasi and he did not have sex. Sorry to say this, sorry to break the ice. He even did not, there are, even if you read Chaitanya Charitamrita, there is nowhere it is written, even he was lusting. He went, he begged Madhavi. There are, Lord Chaitanya's intimate associates are considered 3.5. Who can say this, 3.5? The 3 names. Very intimate no? Ramananda Roy? No. Oh, no. Huh? Sikhi Mahiti? Ramananda Roy? Madhavi is considered half. Because Lord Chaitanya was not freely associating. But the ones who are very intimate are considered 3.5. One is Swarup Damodar, Ramananda Roy, Madhavi. Madhavi was like an elderly lady, very elderly. He goes, begs alms, he comes back. It's a mysterious story, Even if you read Chaitanya Charitamrita, it's nowhere written he was lusting. I think Prabhupada said something like, he was lusting after his daughter or something. But nowhere it is, no extreme. Only thing is in the inside, his heart or something. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked, where did you get this rice from? He said, I went to beg alms and I got this rice. Immediately says, no, I'm rejecting. But every lesson, we have to see in a different prospect. We cannot just take it from our prospect. It's very dangerous. We go through, that's why someone can guide us. It's not an ordinary pastime, but he continued serving. If someone rejects us, someone says, don't see me from tomorrow, we will not accept him. We will say, stuff you, I'm not going to look at you also, I don't care about you. But look what he did. How many of you, even if he left the body, what did he do? He committed suicide, Chota Haridas. What did he do later?
He had a spiritual body, he used to sing.
Yeah. In the subtle body, he was at the bank of the river and he was trying to please the Lord by constantly singing for Supreme Lord, the Gandharva body. So
he was with an elderly, he lusted for an elderly woman. Or he
That's what I'm saying. It's not written anywhere. He was looking at her and he was not lusting. Prabhupada said maybe he must have seen the young girl at home. The real Chaitanya Charitamrita doesn't mention anywhere that he was lusting after her. Not even inside his heart. It doesn't say. He went, begged Ram, came back. Lord Chaitanya asked, where did you get this? You know, you're getting the point, yeah? Please think about it. It's offensive the way you're thinking. He went and had sex. No, that's really
He had a
offensive.
spiritual body afterwards.
Yeah. So he's Lord Chaitanya's intimate,
Ultimate association.
associate. It's not ordinary.
It's a lesson for everyone to learn, but he himself he went back to the spirit. I mean, he had.
Yeah. Okay, anyone else who can think of that Lord Chaitanya chastised? But Prabhupada gives this example in Bengal. Prabhupada said this, in Bengal, when a mother wants to correct the daughter-in-law who just came to the house, what the mother-in-law does is, she will correct the daughter saying, hey, we do the chapatis this way. She doesn't correct the daughter-in-law because, there is the certain ways of approaching, screaming, yelling at someone is one thing, but trying to show someone in a nice way that the second person also. Yeah, Lord Chaitanya's intimate associates are not ordinary. I think Madhavendra Puri Prabhu also says in his class that with the blink of an eye they can liberate the whole world, all the universe, all the disciples, all the associates of Lord Chaitanya. They're not ordinary. So they're coming to show us how we should react. What was that? Mukunda? Lord Chaitanya heard that Mukunda was going and listening to the Mayavad philosophy, impersonal philosophy. Please, Lord, give him the mercy. Lord Chaitanya was in the Mahaprakash Leela. Lord Chaitanya was giving, I think 72 hours or something, he was in the mood of Lord Vishnu. He was giving benedictions and he was also giving the chastisements. He said, I never want to see this rascal for 10 million lifetimes. Tell him, I don't want to see him. The devotees go and tell him, 10 million lifetimes you can see the Lord Chaitanya after. He started to dance in ecstasy. 10 million lifetimes, I can see him. He wants to see me after. See, if our mood is ready to be in line with devotional life, not ready. 10 million lifetimes, okay, I'll go to Lord Shiva. Lord Chaitanya, you stay here. That's what we would do, right? He was saying that I will stay, I will surrender. But immediately what did the Lord do? He also exchanges his love. Huh? What did the Lord do immediately? Bring him back, bring him inside. So the Lord is just testing us, waiting for us to give up this mentality of complaining, criticizing. No, I will stay in my room, I will do 2 hours of service. This is painful. This is painful. Okay, any other places Lord Chaitanya chastised anyone?
I have something.
Yes, Prabhu.
To ask. You said they talk about the Chota Haridasa.
Mm-hmm.
No, he committed suicide. I need to put this example or question about Vishnu Jana and walking with Prabhupada, Japa walking. Prabhupada gave some instruction. He's listing something about this, he's from sannyasa or whatever, or brahmachari. The only think about the opposite sex e o suicide. He não wait, não, for Prabhupada to finish it. Mas no Shastra says somebody else que get suicide, get ghost body. Preta. What is desses dois? Chota Haridas get Kavari. But if somebody else get isso é for Kali Yuga or different?
Okay. Mother Gaurang, you got the question or should I repeat it for you?
Huh?
Should I repeat the question for you, what he asked?
Oh, thank you.
I can paraphrase it. His point is, in the Shastra, in the scriptures, it is said someone commits suicide, they will become a ghost, right? But contrary here is Chota Haridas getting a celestial body. What is
Spiritual body.
Yeah, spiritual body. Thank you, Prabhu, for correcting. So what is real? For a devotee, everything is done by the Supreme Lord. It's the Yogamaya, potency which acts on the devotees. Even like with Vishnujan Maharaj, it's between Prabhupada and him. What is this body? Idam shariram parinama pesanam. What is this body? It's just giving us suffering. When Prabhupada wants to take hundreds and thousands of souls back. What about Vishnujan Maharaj? Prabhu, it's between the business of Prabhupada and him. Prabhupada, whoever does a little seva, Prabhupada said, I'll take you back, don't worry. This is Prabhupada's promise. So what about someone like them, staunch, they gave everything. They gave every single thing. The problem is, that again it comes back, it's not the Guru, it's not Krishna, it's not the process, it's not the path, it's our own mind. It's our own mind which is causing us trouble. And Prabhupada was walking in Russell Square in London. Prabhupada was walking with his cane and he stuck it in and he said, there is one problem. Everyone were trying to, what is the problem? Maybe manager problem or devotees not doing things properly. There is one problem. What is the problem? Prabhupada said. He said something? You want to try?
The mind.
The mind. No, Prabhupada said that we don't accept Krishna as like the supreme. We don't accept, we don't like fully surrender to it. That's the problem. No. Because Prabhupada is full, it's like, imagine Prabhupada is walking with GPCs, sannyasis, the devotees who are like fully surrendered to him. But Prabhupada was constantly testing. When the test comes, where we are, what do we react, how do we, that's us, that's how we can purify ourselves. Every day we see how we react, how we speak, how we do things. This is a test, Okay, I think Kal Krishna Das is one place. Lord Chaitanya rejects him. Lord Chaitanya, many places. He chastises his mother with the worship of Ganga. Lord Chaitanya chastises Nityananda Prabhu. Now we spoke about Kamalakanta Vishwas. So many places Lord Chaitanya was getting the attitude right. Lord Chaitanya, when he was not accepted, and I think he was chanting the names of the gopis, there were devotees who were making fun. He said, I'll kill you. He takes the form of Lord Nrsimhadev, he chases them. There are places that Lord Chaitanya was.
Also that fellow who went to he was a servant of Mahaprabhu, and he went to see those gypsies,
That's Kal Krishna Das.
Kal Krishna Das.
Bhattaharis. They seduced him with like this Devadasis. There are so many places he rejected Devananda Pandit.
Devananda.
And then he accepted him later.
Because he served
Vakreshwar Pandit. He was going and keeping the crowd away. There are so many places. You want to be rejected, you can do one of those activities. Right? You want to be rejected by Lord Chaitanya, you have full opportunities. We have. At the same time, we want to please the Supreme Lord, Prabhupada, Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You see, we always take the humble position. We always say, fine, we make the point, we don't get attached with the result. Prabhu, this is wrong what you're doing. If they don't listen, we don't fight. This is a good thing, detach from the result. We make the point. That's difficult. We get emotional. Instead of trying to raise our words with like good quality words, we raise our voice. Right? When we are in a disagreement, we immediately lose it. Someone don't accept. So it's a meditation for us how not to be rejected by Lord Chaitanya. How we can be taking full advantage of this process we have taken up. Serve the devotees nicely, chant good rounds. Okay, any other questions?
Ramananda Puri also Ramananda Puri.
Ramachandra Puri.
Ramachandra Puri.
He got rejected.
Actually, he was not rejected by Mahaprabhu. But he was a fault.
He accepted it.
He was a fault finder.
He had a fall, no? Because of...
Actually it's Kutila or Jatila.
It's a combination of Jatila, Kutila and who is Vibhishan. Me and Jananand Maharaj, we were doing research one time. Who is this character? We should find out why he's, yeah, all
He
the
was rejected
associates.
by his guru. He was rejected by Madananda Puri Guru.
Yeah. And then Lord Chaitanya also kind of.
Actually, he was rejected by the devotees in Puri. Mahaprabhu never took a stand,
Yeah.
but the Puri devotees, they were very happy when he left.
Yeah. Gopal Chappala is one.
Yeah.
He tried to put a show to show that Srivas is wrong. So Mahaprabhu said, he got cholera and he was living outside. But again, he goes and begs forgiveness. Lord Chaitanya said, okay. Yeah, there are all these instances in our day to day. We can live by. There's so many examples still.
Was Haridas Thakur also this
Gopal Chakravarti,
Gopal Thakur?
his nose fell off.
Leprosy.
Leprosy he got, yeah. He was this the son-in-law of
Amoga.
Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya.
Amoga.
Amoga got cholera. He was in the bed.
But he got redeemed after.
Yeah. Took shelter of Lord Chaitanya.
By Sarvabhauma.
Yeah, every reason we have to be accepted by Lord Chaitanya. Okay, any other questions?
What was Vishnu Maharaj's real?
We can discuss at breakfast time. Just you and me, nobody else. No point of discussing those things in a Bhagavatam class. Chaitanya Charitamrita. As we said, Lord Chaitanya's associates are not ordinary. Prabhupada's associates, intimate associates are not also ordinary. So we have to see what we learn from that rather than going into nitty-gritties, people going to internet, get into all sorts of... No, what we learn, that's the main thing. What is the thing that I can extract, the Hamsa, the swan, we should be like a swan. When you give milk to swan, you know what it does? You know what it does?
It is only the milk and not the water.
Yeah, from one nostril, the milk is going, from another nostril, the water is coming out. So, we want to be like a swan, we want to take the good, that it is going to enhance our bhakti, rather than going into all this. There are devotees doing research, he did this or he did that. We don't get anything. If any service we take up, investigate, it is coming from a GBC, it is coming from a guru, do it. Go for the full blast. But if it is not, the initiation, you are introduced to your guru. Sannyas, your guru comes and gives you. It's a process. It's not like, then why do we devotees go into all the researches we do on this and that? And no, it's not a given seva to us. Anything we do, that it comes through. Even deity worship, Shaligram Shila, it comes to us. It's given to us by someone. It's not by own speculative mind we start doing things. As we said, there's so many classes we can listen to of Vishnu Jan Maharaj. How many classes do you listen to?
I listen to songs.
No, that's good, but how many classes you listen to? You did not answer my question.
But I read the book.
Try to get into his mood. What was he doing?
But the Radha Damodar Lila.
Sure, but my point is, we have to take what they're giving us. In India, when a big statue of Valmiki, you see, earlier there was not even a covering, now they put a bit of covering. They're all claiming, we're all Valmikis, we all Valmiki should come together. We are all the descendants of Valmiki. What would Valmiki tell them to do when you all come together? Read Ramayana, glorify Lord Ramachandra. We are all Valmikis, but if something happens to one of us, we go and thrash the guy who is on the other side. Is this what Valmiki wants? Same with Vishnu Jan Maharaj was saying, what is the essence that he is teaching us? Learn from his books. If you listen to his classes, the way he speaks about Prabhupada is not ordinary. You listen to his class, few classes, you will see every class he just glorifies Prabhupada like anything. So we have to understand what are these devotees teaching us. Either it is Valmiki or Vishnu Jan Maharaj. They teach us only one thing. What is the one thing? Devotion to Krishna, devotion to Guru. Okay, any other, before I think it's breakfast time. Thank you very much everyone. Sorry Mother Gaurangi, I spoke too fast, I know. I'll buy a thing which will slow me. Hare Krishna. Haribol, thank you for the water. Merci beaucoup.
There's some time.
You feel better?
Yeah, it's a little tired, but it's normal, normal. The body, getting older, almost 50 years older, this body,
Yeah. I know.
Agora, this month is my birthday.
Oh, when is your birthday? 29.
Não this Monday. Porque this Monday 22. No next one.
29. 29 of January.
Yeah, porque I have 50.
I have to buy you something for your 50th.
Chocolate.
Chocolate.
She knows it. She um day. I forget my chocolate. What is good for the fresh man? No. Aqui, stop. You already?
Just stop.
I don't know.